Hello YouTube. I'll talk about Chernobyl again today. It's not only because my family was directly impacted it, and because this crime by our socialist motherland has done so much harm for Ukraine, Belarus, and countries nearby, but I think it's a warning to humanity of what can be unleashed if you let powers that be conduct secret experiments and negligence over the people, because we still don't know at the end everything that had happened there and everything that might happen. But today I want to talk about the so-called black fog of Chernobyl. Is this another form of life, or is it like an unknown phenomenon? You see, after that nuclear accident took place in Chernobyl, the place has begun to grow, there were legends and stories and fables about it. There are many different rumors about the so-called exclusion zone. But as I told you in my other videos, not all stories related to the Chernobyl anomalies are pure fantasies. There is something there that we can't put our hands on, and we shouldn't put our hands on it, but there is something there that's very unusual, and we don't have clarity. For example, in the late 1990s and early 2000s, for a fee, despite the risk of death, it was possible to pass through the checkpoint to Pripyat. It is unknown how many people ended up in the exclusion zone this way. The data differs. Officially about 1,500 people, and unofficially this number could be multiplied by 10 times. Most fans or enthusiasts and thrill seekers came back and told about what they had experienced, but not all. Well, suspiciously and quite often, an abnormal black cloud or black fog appeared in their stories. This is a phenomenon that has been repeatedly described by thrill seekers who have been in that exclusion zone. Most often it was like a moving cloud of soot. It was seen at sunset or during the dawn hours. It appeared both in Pripyat itself and on the outskirts. This phenomenon is one of the most dangerous, they say. Once inside a cloud, it is impossible to return to reality. At least 2 or 3 dozen thrill seekers have disappeared, reportedly. According to eyewitnesses, everything happens quite quickly. A small jet of black gas or smoke begins to emerge from the ground. Then it acquires a round shape, and at the height of 50 to 60 centimeters above the ground begins to move chaotically. Some witnesses believe that this phenomenon has its own mind, as if it's like a living being thing, being there. That fog begins to gain speed with time. There is possibility that it is attracted to warm-blooded animals. That is, it reacts to warm objects. The easiest way to avoid meeting that fog is to run away in the other direction while throwing something that's lit or hot at it. Researchers cannot find out what the nature of this phenomenon is, whether it is an intelligent life form or some kind of time portal or another anomaly. It is unknown. And you know what? Who are the researchers? If the scientists do research, we don't know about it. And, homegrown or non-scientific researchers. But people are trying to find answers. So once inside that cloud, everything disappears. The person himself or herself, the equipment, all the things that he took or she took with them. After that, the fog dissipates along with those who got inside it. In 2006, for example, a dog and a deer disappeared in this way. Hunters arranged for a safari in the Chernobyl zone. Now, in the course of their entertainment, they managed to drive an adult deer into an ambush with the help of dogs. Nearby, a black substance began to stand out from the ground. The cloud grew and swallowed the hunter's prey and one of the dogs. The terrified men got out of the exclusion zone and they told everything that had happened there. So what's going on? Is it that humanity is developing new destructive ways of self-destruction? Missiles, weapons, nuclear ballistic charges, AI, bionics, and so forth. At the same time, few people consider the consequences. And this is how new anomalous zones full of mysterious phenomena appear. And to think that all the stories about such phenomena are fantasies, that's not smart. Especially because the stories of the mysterious fog have been with us for a long time. Please see the attached videos in the playlist about time travel and strange phenomena associated with it. For example, the Kolomenskoye event that took place centuries ago, you can see it in my videos. Yeah, there was a fog, but it was white. And I heard that Kolomenskoye keeps many secrets up to this day. And the fog appears unexpectedly. Also, the same in the morning and in the evening. What kind of substance is it? Who knows? Apparently, it reportedly paralyzes people. So, Russia and its immediate neighbors, there are stories like that about strange fogs. And I've heard it since my youth in the Soviet Union. Now, I also want to tell you some comments of the Russians who have reacted to the story of the black fog. You see, one of the people saw the green fog twice in the room, and suddenly everything turned green. Nothing is visible. She stood there until the fog disappeared. Everything lasted a couple of minutes, according to that person. Another mentioned that seeing such fog, people shouldn't move or scream. So that's a different reaction to it, because I told you about those who have reportedly observed black fog and how you need to run away from it. Well, again, it lasted seconds, otherwise she would have gone there inside it, from where they do not return. People don't come back once they step into that fog. So, according to that person, many people know about it but are silent. And reportedly there are three colors: white, black, and green. And the most dangerous is this black color. It attacks a person because a person emits heat, and there is no way to get away from it. The white-colored fog appears unexpectedly. It paralyzes a person completely. But there is a chance to get away from it. When it should appear, before it appears, apparently a wild color appears as a harbinger of the imminent fog. The green lasts for a few seconds. It does not attack a person. It probably happened somewhere because of tectonic faults, and then there is reportedly gas that comes out of it. And that's what people observed. But the so-called chrono fog, or time travel fog, is usually described as greenish or white, very dense. And they have... there wasn't a person, according to those who talk about such matters, wasn't a person that had ever saw the fog rise from the ground itself. They say that it already is there before the passage through the portal occurs. But you know what? Some people think that the black fog is perhaps some kind of gas. People and animals were poisoned by this gas, and the rest just ran away in fear and then did not want to return. So hence the hypothesis that the people are disappearing. Maybe after that the animals drag their bodies away into the forest, and you know there are strange animals now in Chernobyl. You can see in my videos. It's a sad story in itself, and so many things that are happening in Ukraine, of course, itself and around Chernobyl are very sad. And I don't know if we will in our lifetimes find out the ramifications of what happened in 1986. But that's what I wanted to tell you, and I'll continue collecting interesting information about Chernobyl, and I'll tell you more. If you can support my research, please look at the links in the description to this video. Please like my video and please tell others about my channel. I appreciate it, and I hope to bring you soon more videos about Eurasian paranormal. Thank you.